Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Alinga Sise of Urban Harvest Organic Farm. For all of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, I am so grateful. And for those who are still new, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Remember, we are on our way to 100k subscribers and I will be so grateful. Today I want to answer this question that most of you have really asked me. In fact, someone again asked me yesterday, how can I eliminate these fleas from my farm? How can you eliminate the mites? How can you eliminate the lice? You know, all this type of insects that can, all the pests that can disturb these birds, okay? And today I want to share with you my experience and show you or tell you what you can do at least to prevent this from happening in your farms, because it has happened to me before. In fact, even currently my farm has been affected by the termites. I think I've been showing you guys, okay? It has been affected by the termites. In fact, it is really so dangerous. And I remember my first 3 flocks of birds were affected by the fleas. In fact, it made their performance really so low. It led to mortality. It made my birds so stressed. It made my birds so thin. So all these pests are really very dangerous in this project, especially for these birds, like for the layers, okay? It is really very bad. Even for the local birds, I don't think broilers are always affected by this pest, but for the layer farmers and the local birds, it is really so dangerous. That is why today I want to share with you my experience and how you can deal with these pests organically in your poultry farm. So stick around and I will be right back. So as I told you earlier on, today I want us to address how you can eliminate all the mites, in fact all the pests in your poultry farm. Like what happened to me with the first 3 flock of birds that I brought is that the chicken houses were all like constructed as one, and I just divided in between. And once one flock is affected like this, all the birds ends up getting infected by the same problem. So that is what happened with my birds. One flock got the fleas, and all the birds ended up getting the fleas, and that was really not good. So whenever you're going to construct your poultry house, for those who really have enough piece of land, at least it should be 10 meters away from each other. Don't just put them in when they are so close to each other. Make sure one chicken house is 10 meters away from the other. So that is how you're going to manage all these pests from invading your farms. And then another thing, make sure that rodents like rats, in fact rats are one rodent that can really bring these fleas in our farms. So make sure you avoid these rats from entering your farms. In fact, for me, with these birds, I'm just still lucky that they didn't get fleas yet, but I've really been affected by rats. We also last time when the rats even killed my birds. So make sure that there are no entry of rats, cats and wild birds inside those poultry houses, because those are the things that will bring for you the fleas, the mites, the lice in your poultry houses. And then also make sure that once you have also the local birds, now like for me here I have both the local birds and the layers, make sure that you always dust them, okay? So, and if you bring in new birds, okay, especially the local ones, if you bring in the new ones from the villages, make sure you always first isolate them and dust them, because these local birds, those ones in the villages, all of them have these fleas, okay? So make sure that you always do that. Immediately you introduce a new bird into the farm, first dust it very well, make sure you control it. If it has the fleas, make sure you first treat it very well before you introduce it into your farm. And then also another thing, of course, entry of visitors into the farm is also not good. Some of these birds, some of these visitors also have these fleas, they have these mites, they even have the bed bugs, and which they can also affect this. But so make sure that it is really, you are really very, very strict on that. And then also make sure that your chicken houses are not so congested. Make sure there is enough ventilation. Make sure the chicken houses, the birds are very comfortable inside there, because if those birds are so congested and one bird gets affected by these fleas, in fact, it can be very hard for you to treat the fleas among birds which are so congested in a chicken house. So make sure that the chicken houses are not too congested. And then also, when these birds get these pests, okay, you will just see your birds over scratching themselves, okay. If you see a bird over scratching themselves, over pecking their vent, over pecking on their feathers, go and check on that bird. Probably it is affected by fleas or the mites. And then make sure that you always check your bird. Sometimes the bird will start losing weight because these insects or these pests, they end up feeding on our chicken's blood. That is how your bird will lose a lot of weight. So if your birds are losing weight, if your birds are stressed, if your birds are not feeding well, go and pick a bird and just open the feathers to check what is going on with that bird. Probably that bird has fleas on it, and it is the one stressing it, and it is the one affecting it. And then also with the layers, if you see them drop in laying, because this happened to me before, I remember my birds dropped in laying and I did not know what was going on. So I one time entered the farm and I saw all the birds are just busy pecking on their feathers. And then something just came to my mind to first pick one bird and check, okay, randomly. And I picked the birds and I opened the feathers like this, and all the feathers had a lot of fleas. So please, if you see a drop in production and when you enter your chicken house and you see all the birds are just busy on their feathers, first check what is going on with that bird. And then also you, the owner of the farm, once you enter your chicken house and you feel something just running throughout your body, like everywhere you just want to scratch it, just know that chicken house has the fleas or the mites, and you have to do what? You have to treat it or address it immediately. Now, if you check my chicken house, it has been affected by the termites, okay? And once you're doing construction, okay? Once you're doing construction, make sure that you paint all the pillars there with the oil, so that those termites do not eat up those pillars. Now, one mistake I did when I put my table there and put the laying boxes, I did not paint it like with those oily things, okay? And that is what has affected me. And now you can see my laying boxes have fallen down. So please, those termites can even end up like making the whole farm to fall down, because once they keep on eating the pillars, they keep on eating those woods, you will end up losing the whole chicken house, which is really not good. Because once these birds start laying eggs like this, it is really not very good or advisable to keep on shifting the birds from one house to the other, and that will affect your performance, and that will make you end up in losses. So please, let us really be so vigilant on this project. And then also, let us always keep on changing the chicken beddings. That is like between 4 to 6 months. Don't leave it there for a full year. You see those pests, they like dirty places. So if the chicken bedding stay there like for a full year, sometimes you will find that it is so dusty, it is so smelly, and that is how those pests are going to multiply inside those chicken houses, and that is how it will affect the chicken houses. And then always check the dark corners. The dark corners is the hiding places of these pests. So always spray them up with these natural remedies that we are going to discuss here. So please, always make sure that all the dark corners you keep on changing and you keep on cleaning them. Even inside the laying boxes, make sure you always change the beddings. Because some of us, since the birds do not always stay inside the laying boxes, they will end up staying with those beddings for quite some time. So now, how do you treat this fleas, the mites, the lice inside your chicken house? If you realize that has happened already, immediately change those beddings, okay? And then another thing is you have to dust those birds. How do you dust those birds? Honestly, if you have enough ash, okay, this ash that you get from the woods or from burning charcoal, make sure that you dust with the chicken house and where the birds lay eggs. It will help to do what? it will help to kill all those fleas from those birds. And also you'll have to dust each bird. So you see how this is really very hectic. You'll have to dust each bird, okay? And then also you can get garlic and blend it very well, make it very concentrated. Then you spray in your chicken house. It will also chase away. It will also help to chase away all those fleas, all those mites from your chicken house. And then like with the termites, most of you have told me, please make sure that you dig and find out where the king is, and you remove the king and you kill it off. But now the challenge comes when now the birds are inside like this, okay? It will be very hard for me to dig that thing out. First of all, it is in a very hidden corner under the laying box, which is a bit tricky for me to dig it out, but I'll try my best. And then of course you have to avoid those rodents from entering inside your chicken houses. So let us really be very, very vigilant on this pest, because once it affects your flock, it is sometimes very hard to eliminate them totally, okay? So, and you know, as they say, prevention is better than cure. So sometimes let us really prevent it from happening in our chicken houses. You know, once these birds drop in laying, sometimes it's a bit very, very hard for them to get back to their normal laying. And once you do not treat this pest, it will end up bringing so many other diseases. Now, like with the mosquitoes, they will bring this fowlpox inside the chicken house. They will bring other things in the chicken house, and it can even lead to mortality. So that is why we should be very, very careful with this pests from invading our farms. So for today, that is all I had for you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for always coming back. Thank you so much for loving me. And if you're still new, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell so that you never miss out any upload. Share this video, comment in the comment section down below, and I will be so grateful. See you next time. I love you all. Bye bye.